They killed God, they killed him and locked him in the tomb. They even put guards in front of that tomb to make it more secure. They didn't want God, so they thought that killing him and locking him in a dark tomb guarded by highly trained soldiers would solve their problem. Now there is nobody to tell them how to live, to correct their mistakes and to point out their sins. God is removed, locked, secured, so they can go back to their sinful ways of living. They can go back to their old selfish lives. No one would be telling them what is wrong and what is right. But God cannot be killed. God cannot be removed and God cannot be locked anywhere. God is more than that. God is alive. There are no boundaries that can limit our God. And Jesus proved that on this Easter morning. He proved that no matter how much you want to limit him, to lock him in one place, and even to secure him with an army of the soldiers, he will still come out and will still spread the same truth that he taught over 2000 years ago, that he teaches today, and will still teach forever. Christ is more than that. He cannot be killed by us. He can't be limited. He can't be locked anywhere. Yet many of us like to keep God secured in certain tombs, places, so we limit God only to our churches, in our tabernacles, our private lives, our homes. Yet we are afraid to proclaim him in public. It is better when he stays in the tomb, and then let him out only when we need him, when it feels convenient. Just like in that fairy tale story about the genie's lamp or the magic lamp of Aladdin. Do you remember that story? It is about Aladdin and about that all-powerful genie who was locked in the lamp for centuries, and when he finally came out, he promised to his master Aladdin to grant him his wishes. I might not remember this story too well, but it kind of reminds me of what happened to Jesus, what happened to our God. He was locked in the dark tomb because many people didn't believe he was the Son of God who can give them life eternal, who promised the resurrection. They didn't believe that he could set them free, give them joy, happiness and peace. They didn't believe that this human can also be their God. But today many of us act in a similar way. We want to keep God in secret, we don't want him to be public. We worship him only when it feels convenient to us, like on Sunday during Mass, or maybe even only on Easter or Christmas. Or just like Aladdin, we ask God to come out when we desperately need him to grant us our wish, but otherwise it is better to keep him in the tomb. And when everything else fails, when there is no hope, we look at that tomb and ask Jesus to come out and help us, because we desperately need him. There is nothing else left but God. Jesus doesn't want to be locked, forgotten, secured. He wants to be present in every moment of your life. This is the great message of the resurrection, great message of this Easter Sunday. God is always present, can't be killed, can't be locked, can't be removed by us. God can't be limited to any time frames, places, or events. He came out of that tomb because he wants to be present not only for his disciples back then, but present today in your and my life. Present not only when you need him, but each and every moment of your life. On Easter Sunday we are reminded that God cannot be removed. God can't be locked in the tomb. Our society may like to do that, but this is simply impossible. Jesus would come out from every tomb. Jesus is alive and present today. And he wants to remain present in every second of your life. Happy Easter, and let's go to work. God bless you.